Hey, hello and welcome back once again to Strategic Mind, Spectre of Communism. Let's continue where we left off. We're here with the Vistula-Oder offensive, which is going to be another winter campaign, so we'll once again be providing all of our units with the prerequisite equipment for the operation. So yeah, here we go once again. I mean, I know that we've been over this, but we'll have to take care of it once more. Every other mission, we have to switch it up actually. Because if we are going to get the Battle of... I believe actually the Battle of Königsberg is next. And that would suggest that we will have another winter offensive coming. At least I believe so. Let's actually take a look because, yeah... I actually want to have at least one of these with flamethrowers, and yeah, so you have flamethrowers, you have sappers, so you should have flamethrowers. I'll probably buy one or two more units here, depending on 3 ammo. You already have 4 by yourself. Yeah, so if we have the Battle of Königsberg after this, then that would mean that we get to keep our winter equipment. Most important thing, I guess, on these guys is the anti-air radar. So I'll be keeping that. You do see that generally you go down in prestige a lot when we do this. So I probably won't be able to amount to too much in terms of buying new units, but I certainly will try. You guys can take down most forts, etc., even without the flamethrowers. Being at 16 to 17 strength, they should be able to do this. Even for this IS, I think we should be able to manage it. Whereas these guys actually cannot handle it without tank flamethrowers. Am I not getting anything in return? I am. Okay. Weird. Anyway, let's take a look at the upgrades that we have. There are not that many. You can upgrade to an SU-100, giving it 2 less ammo and movement, plus 5 heart attack, 2 south attack, 3 heart defense, and 2 air defense. So I would say that that is quite useful. Does it look exactly the same? Yes, it does. That's fine. There's also an upgrade for you. Technically not really, it's just super expensive, so I'm not too sure whether I want to go for that. And I could technically upgrade the M4A1, but let's just see how far we get in terms of overstrength. Because even here there's plenty of it to take care of. We're already down to 808. 13, 14, 13, 12. You're at 15, just like you, you, and you. My infantry is doing exceedingly well here too. All right, so 547. Probably at this stage better off just getting some aerial cameras. Yeah, that's not the most amazing, but I was gonna get these at some point anyway. And it does give them +1 spotting range. Yeah, so it's not too bad. 147, I guess that's what we're gonna have to deal with here. Although give me 247. What am I gonna do with 247? Well, can I buy an infantry? Another guards? Not really. Not really. I'll sell 2 of the area cameras in order to buy another guards. Yeah. So they need half tracks, winter equipment, and basically sappers is just absolutely necessary. Alright, let's gear up some, beef up some skill. Tank infantry support it is, because that allows them to operate more effectively in difficult terrains, city, forest, swamp, etc. if the allied infantry is in the adjacent hex. The tank does not receive a defense penalty from close quarters. That's generally really useful. I did not click it. Alright, there we go.
While I've served the Soviet Union for most of my life, I'm glad to see my homeland Poland will soon be liberated from Germany's bloody occupation. It is terrible to think how many horrors have been inflicted on the Polish people since the Germans came. Soon, that will all be over. This warms my heart.
Well, from this point on, we'll fight on the enemy's land. From now on, our soldiers will be able to take strength from the knowledge that their native land is liberated and that nothing threatens their families and homes. All that remains is to crush the Nazi plague once and for all.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Indeed. This game will surely be over once we've dealt with the Nazis. Surely that will be the case.
Allied forces are having a tough time. The Germans have launched a counteroffensive through the Ardennes. If we can start our next offensive sooner, that would divert German troops away from the Americans and the British. This will be beneficial when I meet with the Allied leaders for talks in Yalta.
Comrade Stalin, the German positions are heavily fortified. We should not rush this offensive.
Rokossowski, what do you think?
I also favor giving our troops a short break. They have been fighting hard for a long time.
I think you are forgetting about the weather. The spring thaw is coming. If you want to keep the Red Army from bogging down in the mud, I recommend haste.
It seems an immediate offensive will kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
4 birds, actually. The more territory the Red Army occupies before the Yalta talks, the better. And do not forget, a break for us means respite, and more time to dig in for the enemy as well.
Indeed. Your logic is impeccable as always, Comrade Stalin.
Zhukov, I order you to accelerate preparations. Attack as soon as possible.
Yeah, impeccable. As always. We'll see about that.
Comrade Stalin's orders are clear. Take control of as much German territory as possible before the Yalta Conference begins. And that's what we shall do, comrades. At the end of this operation, we should be on the Oder River. To that end, we must breach several German fortification lines and capture key cities in western Poland. First and foremost, we must throw the Germans out of Warsaw, once and for all. Next, we must take Kielce, Częstochowa, Lodz, Bydgoszcz, Kalisz, Opoln, Breslau, Poznan, and Schneidemühl. Once the Vistula-Oder offensive's objectives are reached, the road to Berlin will be open, comrades. Surely we don't want the enemy capital to fall to our Western allies. Comrade Stalin would be more than displeased.
I'm sure he would be. This is a rather narrow map, I would say, compared to the other maps. At least that's how it feels like to me. But maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, let's start the deployment. I do want the bulk of my force in the center. Basically, I'll be kind of splitting up my force into 3 groups. One down here, one up here, and the majority through the center. And then we kind of have to follow the Vistula. And then basically up till the Stanitsa, but yeah, the Oder River here. Going through all the way down. So we'll be crossing the Oder River already. All the way up to Görlitz. Let's see. Meseritz. This is Poznan. Alright. Yes, we got this one guy over here. Currently have 1 artillery, but I'll be placing a second one there for sure as well. I guess I can go for second tank. Up here, this is going to be a bit of a smaller unit. They already have a recon. Okay, it's the anti-tank and that's it. Down here... two artillery and anti-air. Already got 1 tank. They'll be getting a second regular one. A recon. I thought I did place the Panther down here, didn't I? No. Okay, they will be getting these. Then the center, I'll have at least a command unit, the Panther, and then these. That's gonna be the center force. We're really packed here. Let's have 2 air units up top. And we are operating from this side of Warsaw. Okay. So the Germans still hold the other side. Fair enough. All right, let's get started here. Let's I mean, by this time you can obviously predict there's going to be an artillery bunker there. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Yep. Alright, let's level them up. At this point, basically these level ups are mostly for I actually don't have this one yet. Tactical bomber. Do I really not have a tactical bomber where I can put this on? You have not done enough damage to forts or artillery forts. And you neither. I do think that for a first turn, I'll probably, at least in the north, be best off just moving forward, but not necessarily trying to get in here. We know how problematic these first turns can get. And to that end, I do want to question myself how far I'm willing to go. I am super packed around here. That much is true. And that does make these kind of things a bit more complicated. Okay. It becomes a bigger concern if this isn't a T, but Okay, it is not, so... This is all range of 2, so moving in is still good. Apparently defeating these guys is together not even 1%. Which does give me a pretty good indication that the enemy is going to have huge numbers. Well, I don't mind attacking this. Let's see what we got. Nothing else so far. Again, I have a big problem that I actually cannot move these. Because if I could... Oh, I can move them up. Doesn't reveal much. Well... As far as these is concerned, I'm not sure whether I can take it down. Because of the snow, my vision is severely impaired. Let's move you in there first. Yeah, so I can't. Not in one go, at least. I think the sound for this game is too high, but I'm not gonna change that because I'll be playing only one turn anyway. Probably wouldn't be too bad if I can defend behind that river, but they do have these. I have no... Okay, now it does show it. Okay. So they have a puck here, infantry here, and unknown on that location. I wanna no, rather I need to figure out what's there. See what that does. All right. Gives me a slightly better identification of what's going on around here. Oh, what? They suddenly do get attacked now? Are you the hero? Oh. Well, that's interesting. What I don't get is why there is no... I meant to say no anti-tank response to these at this range. Still am better off taking a... For these there is still no undo button. Once per turn. I'm fine spending a point on that. And then I can get these new guys in here. That doesn't help them, and I'm quite sure this will be enough for another overrun. How to clear these mines? I would have to get them out of the way. One potential location would be this rough terrain. Let's try it. It's pretty risky, but they made it. Reason why I want to do that is because now, even though they might go to, okay, 1. I need to not move them too far because of enemy air forces, especially during the first turn, that can put a heavy toll. on my AA. Also the reason why I'm pulling those back. One left, huh? It kind of means that they have to stay in there because I have no other way of dealing with it. Though, I guess taking that is still a pretty good deal. Well, we'll see. Same applies here. It's actually pretty nasty place to be in. Since I don't know what that is, I cannot just go and do whatever I feel like. One, two, three, four, five. They'd be done. But I'd rather stick to it there while protecting myself here. If only they could move in there, that would have been great. I definitely need one to move up until this hacked, so that does also tell me you actually just need to move back. This is fine. I want to get the AA as close as possible. That's practically all that counts here. So yeah, just moving forward there. Over here, Enemy unit would have to get into that hex. Two, three, four, five. Had I seen that before, I would have attacked them. Or do you have a regular common turn? I can't change the equipment. They're not in a surface zone. Let's keep the artillery back for now. And these are fine, I think. Fine, I will pull these guys forward. I'm doing that mostly as well to create space. Because I currently have barely any. I can probably put them in there. Let's see. Yep. I certainly need anti-aircraft very close, and the recon, as fun as that is, I guess should stay away. What I can do here is first attack with you. And that will at least demoralize those guys too. I'll leave them for a following turn. Okay, now comes the tricky part. Obviously, you're gonna get hit. But there's a very good reason why I'm using these guys here. On this side. Next up, more units that are gonna get hit. Which is why I'm doing this. They haven't yet. Interesting. But well, these fighters are not in the greatest of spots, but oh, well, it's not too bad. These will be diverse, they can go to either side. Oh yeah. No. Undo move in this game is so absolutely critical that I have no words for it. Well, let's at least go for the Overwatch breakthrough here. I'll use all 4 of these, especially because they are a weaker unit. Let's get you up front, and then you. Alright. And then hopefully this will help me weather the storm when it comes to enemy air assets, for the first turn at least. Like I said, this generally gets easier over time. Yeah, we got 3% during the first turn. That's not a lot given the amount of turns that I have. I would need at least 5 on a normal turn. But since the enemy air force is something is the most dangerous, I'm actually shocked with how far they got over the ice, since the way I saw it is that generally they can't move more than one hex over the ice, but we'll see how bad these things also get in terms of air force. Halted them there quite a bit for now. Oh, they can lay mines. And see, even now they're already getting through with their air forces. Not that that was a critical one, but... I wonder what they are attacking. Oh, my infantry? Sure. That I do not mind. Neither do I mind this. It's strange because the game does claim that they have some things out here on the ice. And I wonder what that is. Maybe I'm just mistaken? I don't know. They are throwing themselves at me. as usual.
The locals told us the location of 2 concentration camps in this area, Comrade Trukov. One is in Soldau. The other one is in Podsulica. We have to send troops to capture those camps and free the prisoners.
Good, Comrade Rokossovsky. I'll give you some units to take the camps.
Okay. I'm not so sure on what they gave me, but at the very least I got through the first air turn unscathed, and that's one of the most important things, I'd say. Either way, I'm going to wrap things up here. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I will see you all next time. Take care, see you then, and bye-bye.